Hola chicos, welcome to Spanish with Seba. Today we are going to deal with por and para. Today's practice will be mostly practice. Particular practice, correcting mistakes. It's not going to be concentrating on the explanation. It will give some explanations, but it's not going to concentrate on them. So there will be another video dealing with the explanations in length, why to use por and para in the sentences. So this one will be correcting mistakes, a particular practice. So let's take a look. So the difficulty between por and para stems from the following. Both of them mean for in English. So let's take a look. These are the cases when you use para, destination, deadline, purpose or goal, recipient, comparison, employment, opinion. They're not limited by that, but those are the main usages. And for por, it will be the motion duration, means support, object of search, reason or cause, exchange, substitution, unit of measure, and passive voice. So let's take a look at the sentences that some are correct and some have mistakes. So please take a look at them, stop the video, and then we will explain and take them apart and see which ones are correct and which ones are wrong. That would be the good time to stop the video right now. Alright, so let's take a look at them. So you have here the first one, ella va para México. You are going back and you look there. You see destination. Is Mexico a destination? Yes. And therefore that para in here is correct. She's going to Mexico and it is correct. Ellos no van por el parque. No van por el parque is, you're going back, you're taking a look at it, you see that it is motion or general location, or well, it's not a destination, so it is in here. Por el parque would mean, okay, let's say this is the parque and they're going through it. So they're generally somewhere in the park. They're going through the park. Next one is ellas van para el parque. In this case, they're not in the park yet, but as in the case 1, it will be the destination. They're going to the park, in the direction of the park, towards the park. The next one is te doy una manzana. So these ones, sorry, are both correct. Te doy una manzana para una pera. And you're going back and you look at it and you see, exchange or substitution. Exchange is por. So it is not para una pera, it is por una pera. I'm going to give you an apple in exchange for a pear. So the next one is fuimos al mercado por mangos. You're going back, you're looking at this, reason or cause, or object of search, either or will work in this case. So you're going why, and you're going to buy mangoes. So it will be correct. Por mangos is okay. The next sentence is tengo que terminar todo por mañana. You're going back and you're looking at it and you know that it is a deadline. Deadline is para and therefore it is incorrect. It's para mañana, not por mañana. Finally, number 7, lo hago por ella. You see here that it is, what could that be? That por ella, it could be either support or it could be reason or cause. So both of them are correct. I'm doing that because of her. Note, not for her, but because of her. And yes, that would be correct in that case. Alright, so let's take a look at this mnemonic device. You have here something like perfectly fitting clogs. The perfect clog fits me. You have here purpose, effect, recipient, future, deadline, employment, comparison, towards. That would be the para. And then you have here cause, reason, length of time, on behalf of, gratitude, exchange, frequency, and exchange through, along, by, some fixed expressions and means, and it will be por. Note, I'm not claiming that this is a perfect way of looking at them. It's just one way of looking at them, and if it helps you, that's great. There are different ways of looking at them, there are different explanations, and different ways to learn. So if this one doesn't work for you, something else will. If it works for you, great. Let's take a look at other sentences and decide whether they are correct or wrong. It would be a good time to stop the video, to look at the sentences, to decide whether you would use por or para, and then to turn it back on and to hear the explanations. We'll go through them one by one together. Okay? Time to stop. Alright, let's take a look at it. So the first one you have, para un niño es muy fuerte. Para un niño, for being a child, he's quite strong. That is correct. And you're going to find it in here for the comparison. You see it right here. Comparison. The next one is va para las calles. He or she or you sir or you madam go in the direction of the streets. That sounds strange. Normally, por las calles would mean that it is somewhere in the streets. It is not exact location, so that would be here, through, along, by, one of these ones. So that is going to be, it's going to be por and not para, and so number 2 is wrong. The next one is gracias para la camisa verde, and you know, back here you will see that gratitude, right here, gratitude will be por and not para. So the sentence is wrong, and it would be gracias por la camisa verde. Thank you for the green shirt. The next one is trabajas por Pedro y viajas por él. Alright, so the number 1, you see, trabajas por Pedro. You work for Pedro. Por is not wrong, but it means you work instead of Pedro. But in this case, most likely, it is, again, it's not, both are correct, but most likely, most logical is that you work for Pedro. He's your employer. And in this case, it would be trabajas para Pedro. And that is wrong. Y viajas por él, and you travel for him. You travel because of him. And in this case, por is correct. Number 5 is viene para coche. You know here that the means, you see it here, the means is por and not para. And so the educated guess is it will be wrong, and it will be por coche because it's the means of. The next one is tengo que aprender por y para el lunes. Let's take a look. You see here the deadline right here. The deadline is para, and therefore para el lunes is correct. The next one, number 7, estos libros no son para tu hermana. Estos libros no son para tu hermana. Para tu hermana. You go back. You see here the recipient right here, and it is correct, it will be these books they're not for your sister. Is she recipient? Yes. So para here is correct again. The next one is vamos para la casa. What para is? Para is the towards. You have it here. We're going towards the house. So para here is correct. That is a correct usage. Me das mangos por las manzanas. Mangos por las manzanas. Do you give me mangoes for the apples? You go here, you see here, exchange, that is correct. Exchange is used with por, therefore the sentence is correct. So it would be por las manzanas. That is okay. The next one is para el domingo vamos a estar por ahí. Para el domingo, what would it be? That would be the deadline. You see here, future deadline right here. It is correct. We're going back. So it will be para el domingo is correct. Vamos a estar por ahí. Por ahí means general location. General location around there, which is also correct. Finally, you have here the sentence number 11. Ella trabaja para 10 horas. Para 10 horas. You go back, you see here the length of time right here. It is por and not para. So you're going back and you decide that it is wrong and it needs to be ella trabaja por 10 horas. She works for 10 hours. I hope this practice was helpful to you, and I'm planning on recording more of those. Please let me know. I hope it is useful and edifying. Ciao, pescado.